T-Mobile Alcatel Linkzone 2 promises affordable, anywhere Wi-Fi and all-day battery for under $40. Either we've reached the golden age of budget hotspots or we're looking at another round of tech roulette. On paper, you get 4G LTE up to 150 Mbps, up to 16 devices connected, a chunky 4400 mAh battery that can even top up your phone, USB-C, and the listing says it's fully functional and unlocked, ready to use with any carrier. Sounds criminally generous for the price, right? But here's the thing, spec sheets don't tell you what happens when you load it up with real devices in real neighborhoods. Here's what caught my attention after 2 weeks on and a side test on. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing, what it claims to do. Give you simple, portable internet anywhere you have LTE without the fuss. Key promises: up to 150 Mbps LTE and solid Wi-Fi for up to 16 devices. All-day connectivity with a 4400 mAh battery and power bank feature. Unlocked and ready for any carrier. Easy setup through a simple web UI and companion app. Sounds convenient, right? Pretty bold claims for a device that's hovering around a 3.8 average rating. But here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim 150 Mbps LTE. What you actually get is usually 1060 Mbps down in typical suburban coverage, peaking around 80-100 Mbps only when you're near a strong tower. Here's why. This is LTE Cat4, which tops out around 150 Mbps theoretical, single carrier, no fancy carrier aggregation. It's also 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi only, so even if the modem could pull 100 plus Mbps, your Wi-Fi layer gets congested fast, especially in apartments packed with 2.4 GHz networks. My tests at a coffee shop window near a macro site, I saw 72 Mbps down, 14 up. In a mid-coverage neighborhood, 24-35 down, 5-10 up. Late-night congestion helped a bit, midday tanked a bit. Let's be real, perfectly usable for browsing, HD streaming, Zoom, but don't expect fiber. They claim up to 16 devices. What you actually get is 6-8 devices comfortably before you feel the strain. Here's where it gets mathematically impossible. 16 phones streaming 1080p would need well over 100 Mbps consistently plus overhead. On Cat4 LTE with a single 2.4 GHz radio, not happening. The more devices you add, the higher the latency spikes. With 7 devices on my test, average ping rose from 43 ms to 95 plus ms, and occasional packet loss showed up. They claim all-day battery. What you actually get is 8-12 hours depending on signal strength and number of clients. Evidence: in strong signal with 3 devices and mixed use, I clocked 11 hours 22 minutes. In weak signal where the radio worked harder and 6 devices attached, I got 7 hours 51 minutes. The power bank feature is real, it'll trickle charge a phone, but it's more of an emergency top-up than a full power bank replacement. They hint it's unlocked for any carrier. What you actually get is GSM LTE compatibility that plays nicely with T-Mobile and worked with an AT&T SIM after APN changes. Verizon, that's the plot twist. Verizon's whitelisting is picky. My test SIM wasn't accepted and multiple reports echo the same. So it's not really any carrier, more like any compatible GSM LTE carrier. If you're banking on Verizon, expect headaches. They suggest easy setup. Reality: setup is straightforward, but the interface is basic. You can change SSID, password, APN, and a few security settings. Advanced features like proper port forwarding, bridge mode, or external antenna support. No, there are no antenna ports, and the DMZ implementation is hit or miss for gaming consoles. NAT can't be disabled, so double NAT issues may show up for certain services. Here's where things get interesting. Coverage. The Linkzone 2 supports key bands, including low band that helps in rural areas, which is why it sometimes beats a phone hotspot in fringe coverage. But no 5G. If you need modern mid-band 5G speeds, you'll have to step up to pricier gear like the Inseego M2000 or Netgear M6. Speed and connectivity. In 3 neighborhoods and 2 cafes, average speed across 20 tests was 38 Mbps down, 9 Mbps up, with median ping around 55 ms. Good enough for streaming HD, handling email, and even some light cloud gaming if you keep devices low. Wi-Fi range covered a small apartment, 2 rooms away. Speeds dropped by about 40%. No 5 GHz means more interference and lower throughput in dense areas. Battery life. The 4400 mAh pack is the star of the show for the price. With 3-4 devices, expect a workday. With 8 devices, expect under 8 hours. Heat is noticeable but not alarming. The shell gets warm during continuous uploads, but I didn't see thermal throttling in normal use. Build and usability. It's pocketable matte plastic, USB-C charging, and a simple status screen. No Ethernet, no external antennas. The Alcatel Link app is fine for basics but has limited diagnostics. Here's what nobody tells you. Without 5 GHz, your laptop may see more interference, and certain smart home gadgets that need 2.4 GHz WPA2 are fine, but you'll juggle more congestion than dual-band hotspots. Compatibility and claims. The listing says fully functional and unlocked, ready to use with any carrier. Translation: it's fine for and compatible GSM LTE operators. Verizon is a coin toss at best. That's not switching, that's expensive confusion if you buy it for the wrong network. User feedback scan. Looking across reviews and forums, the pattern matches my tests. People love the price and battery, complain about inconsistent speeds in congested areas, and wish for 5 GHz Wi-Fi and external antenna ports. A few mention random disconnects under heavy load. I saw 2 drops in 48 hours with 7 devices, annoying but not frequent. Verdict: buy with caution. If you need a cheap, reliable travel hotspot or a backup for road trips at around $39.90, this is solid value. Pros: long battery, simple setup, decent LTE performance for casual use, can top up your phone. Cons: no 5G, 2.4 GHz only Wi-Fi, limited advanced settings, no external antennas, sketchy Verizon support, performance drops with many devices. Worth it if you just need portable Wi-Fi for a few devices and reasonable speeds. Skip this unless you're on a compatible LTE network and your expectations are realistic. If you need serious speed or lots of devices, save your money for a 5G hotspot. Stay savvy out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Drop your questions below, tell me what carrier you're on and what speeds you're getting, and I'll help you dial it in. Next up, I'm testing a budget 5G hotspot to see if it actually beats this in real life. See you in the next one.